6 foods to avoid if you have diabetes. If you're living with diabetes, the foods you eat can make all the difference. But what if some of your everyday meals are secretly ruining your blood sugar levels? Today, we're going to talk about 6 foods you should avoid if you want to keep your blood sugar stable. If you're trying to cut back on sugar and make better food choices, this information might be a game changer for you. We're going to break down each of these foods, explain why they can be a problem for blood sugar control, and at the same time, give you some tasty and healthy alternatives you can enjoy. Let's dive in. First on our list of foods to avoid if you have diabetes: white rice and refined grains. We're tackling a food group many people eat every day: white rice, white bread, and regular pasta. These are staples in many diets, but they're not friends of blood sugar control. This is because they're stripped of fiber and nutrients during processing, which means they digest quickly and cause a rapid spike in blood sugar. The problem with these refined grains is that they have a high glycemic index. The glycemic index ranks foods based on how quickly they raise your blood sugar level. Foods high on the glycemic index scale, like white rice, can cause those dreaded blood sugar spikes. Why are blood sugar spikes bad? Well, over time, they can lead to insulin resistance, which basically means your body isn't using insulin effectively. And this can cause an increase in your risk of developing type 2 diabetes and other health problems. So, what's the solution? It's simple. Swap out those refined grains for whole grain alternatives. These alternatives like brown rice, quinoa, and whole wheat bread are digested more slowly, preventing those rapid blood sugar spikes. Plus, they're loaded with essential nutrients like B vitamins, iron, and magnesium. Try swapping white rice for quinoa in your favorite stir-fry. You can also opt for whole wheat bread instead of white for your sandwiches. Making gradual changes to your diet is key. You don't have to completely eliminate everything at once. Before we move on, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to our channel for more health tips, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this. Alright, moving on. Number 2, fried foods. Let's be honest, who doesn't love a plate of crispy fries or some fried chicken every now and then? But when it comes to managing diabetes, fried foods are best enjoyed sparingly. I'll tell you why. Fried foods are typically high in unhealthy fats, especially trans fats, which have been linked to an increased risk of heart disease, inflammation, and yes, you guessed it, insulin resistance. Remember how we talked about insulin resistance earlier? When your body becomes resistant to insulin, it can't properly regulate your blood sugar levels, which can lead to a cascade of health problems. As excess glucose builds up in the bloodstream, the pancreas compensates by producing more insulin. This eventually causes it to overwork itself as it struggles to keep up. This can result in prediabetes and type 2 diabetes, increasing the risk of nerve damage, neuropathy, kidney disease, and vision problems like diabetic retinopathy. Additionally, insulin resistance contributes to chronic inflammation. This can trigger high blood pressure, arterial plaque buildup, and heart disease. It also disrupts metabolism, leading to unexplained weight gain, stubborn belly fat, and difficulty losing weight. So, while that plate of fried goodness might be tempting, it's important to be mindful of how often you indulge. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up on flavor. There are plenty of delicious and healthy ways to cook your favorite foods without frying them. Baking, grilling, roasting, and air frying are all great alternatives. These can give you that crispy texture you crave without all the unhealthy fats. For example, try grilling some fish or chicken with a sprinkle of herbs and spices for a flavorful and healthy meal. And if you're craving something crispy and indulgent, air frying can be a game changer. Next on our list, number 3, processed snacks. The chips, cookies, wafers, and candies that always seem to call your name. They might seem like a good idea at first, but always leave you feeling worse later on. The problem with these processed snacks is that they're often loaded with hidden sugars, unhealthy fats, and empty calories. You might think you're just having a small treat, but you're actually sending your blood sugar levels on a roller coaster ride. And it's not just the sugar that's the issue. These snacks are often low in fiber and protein, which are essential for keeping you feeling full and satisfied. This means you're more likely to overeat, further contributing to blood sugar spikes and weight gain. So, what can you do? The key is to be mindful of what you're grabbing when those snack cravings hit. Instead of reaching for that bag of chips, opt for healthier alternatives that will nourish your body and keep your blood sugar levels in check. One of my favorite swaps for processed snacks is a handful of nuts. Almonds, walnuts, cashews, they're all packed with healthy fats, fiber, and protein, keeping you full and satisfied. Plus, they're super convenient to carry around for those on-the-go cravings. Another great option is fresh fruit. Berries, apples, oranges. They're nature's candy. They're naturally sweet and bursting with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. And the fiber in fruit helps slow down sugar absorption, preventing those dreaded blood sugar spikes. If you're craving something savory, try some veggie sticks with hummus. Carrots, celery, cucumbers. They're all low in calories and carbs and provide essential nutrients. Hummus is a great source of protein and fiber, making it a satisfying and blood sugar-friendly snack. Snacking doesn't have to be boring or restrictive. By making smart choices and opting for whole, unprocessed foods, you can satisfy your cravings while keeping your blood sugar levels stable. On to number 4, dairy. It's a staple in many diets, but when it comes to managing diabetes, it's essential to be mindful of the type of dairy you're consuming. Full-fat dairy products like whole milk, butter, and cheese can be high in saturated fat, which can negatively impact insulin resistance. Now, as I've mentioned before, insulin resistance is a big deal when it comes to diabetes. It's like your cells are ignoring the messages from insulin, making it harder for your body to regulate blood sugar levels. And guess what can contribute to insulin resistance? You got it, too much saturated fat. But this doesn't mean you have to say goodbye to dairy altogether. Here's the thing, choose low-fat or fat-free options and enjoy them in moderation. There are plenty of delicious and nutritious alternatives to full-fat dairy products that can still satisfy your cravings. Low-fat or fat-free milk yogurt and cheese are all great options that provide the calcium and vitamin D you need without the excess saturated fat. For example, instead of reaching for that full-fat yogurt, opt for a low-fat Greek yogurt, which is lower in saturated fat and higher in protein. And if you're looking to explore plant-based options, there's a whole world of deliciousness out there. Almond milk, soy milk, oat milk. They're all excellent alternatives to cow's milk and can be used in smoothies, cereals, or just enjoyed on their own. And for a creamy and satisfying yogurt alternative, try coconut yogurt or cashew yogurt. They're both naturally thick and creamy and packed with flavor. And when it comes to cheese, there are some surprisingly delicious plant-based options made from nuts, soy, or even vegetables. So don't be afraid to experiment and find what works best for you. By making smart choices and opting for healthier alternatives, you can still enjoy your favorite dairy products while keeping your blood sugar levels in check. And remember, moderation is key. Even with low-fat options, it's essential to be mindful of your portion sizes and overall calorie intake to manage your blood sugar levels effectively. Let's move on. Next, number 5, sweetened breakfast cereals. All right, let's talk about breakfast, the most important meal of the day, right? Many popular breakfast cereals are loaded with sugar, and I'm not talking about the good kind of sugar. We're talking about added sugars that can send your blood sugar levels on a roller coaster ride. Remember, when we talk about managing diabetes, keeping those blood sugar levels stable is key. Think of it this way. Those sugary cereals might seem tempting in the morning, but they're basically like having dessert for breakfast. They digest quickly, leading to a rapid spike in blood sugar, followed by an equally rapid crash. This roller coaster effect isn't good for anyone, especially if you're trying to manage your diabetes effectively. Instead of starting your day with a sugar rush and crash, opt for healthier alternatives. Those that provide sustained energy and keep your blood sugar levels stable. It's all about making smart choices that set you up for success throughout the day. And who wants to feel sluggish and tired before the day even really begins? Breakfast is supposed to fuel your body and mind for the day ahead, not send your blood sugar levels into a frenzy. So what should you be eating instead of those sugar-laden cereals? Well, I've got some great news. There are plenty of delicious and nutritious options out there that won't spike your blood sugar. One of my favorites is a classic bowl of oatmeal. It's packed with fiber. This helps slow down digestion and keeps you feeling fuller for longer. Now, I know what you might be thinking, oatmeal. That's boring. But oatmeal can be incredibly versatile. You can add fresh berries for sweetness and antioxidants, or a sprinkle of nuts for healthy fats and protein. You can even add a dash of cinnamon for a warm, comforting flavor. The possibilities are endless. Another great option is a whole grain cereal that's low in sugar. Look for cereals with at least 3 grams of fiber and less than 10 grams of sugar per serving. Don't be fooled by marketing claims like whole grain on the front of the box. Always flip it over and check the nutrition label to make sure you're making a healthy choice. Lastly, number 6, sugary drinks and energy drinks. No, I'm not just talking about soda. I'm talking about all sorts of beverages that are loaded with hidden sugars, from fruit juices to fancy coffees to those sports drinks that claim to be healthy. These sugary drinks are everywhere, and they can wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels. Liquid sugar is absorbed into your bloodstream much faster than sugar from solid foods. This quick absorption leads to a rapid spike in blood sugar, which can be especially problematic for people with diabetes. Now, you might be thinking, but what about fruit juice? Fruit is healthy. And you're right, whole fruits are packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. But when fruit is processed into juice, a lot of that fiber is stripped away, leaving you with concentrated sugar. It's best to stick to whole fruits whenever possible. The bottom line is, sugary drinks are simply not your friend when it comes to managing diabetes. They provide empty calories and spike your blood sugar levels. They can also contribute to weight gain and other health problems. Next time you're reaching for something to quench your thirst, make sure it's not a sugary trap. So what should you be drinking instead of those sugary culprits? Well, the best and most natural thirst quencher is, of course, water. Water is essential for life, and it's calorie-free, sugar-free, and incredibly refreshing. Aim to drink plenty of water throughout the day to stay hydrated and keep your body functioning at its best. But I get it. Sometimes you want something with a little more flavor than plain water, and that's totally fine. There are plenty of healthy and delicious alternatives to sugary drinks. One of my favorites is unsweetened iced tea. You can brew your own at home and add a squeeze of lemon or lime for a refreshing twist. Another great option is sparkling water with a splash of unsweetened fruit juice. You can also experiment with different flavor combinations, like cucumber and mint, or strawberry and basil. Get creative and find what you enjoy. Staying hydrated is crucial for overall health, especially when you have diabetes. By choosing water, unsweetened teas, and other healthy beverages, you can quench your thirst and manage your blood sugar levels. This supports your body from the inside out. Managing diabetes is all about making smart food choices. It's not about deprivation or restriction. It's about making sustainable changes that you can stick with for the long haul. Here are a few practical tips you can try. Some great alternatives to those sugary processed foods include loading up on leafy greens, incorporating lean proteins into your meals, and choosing whole grains whenever possible. These foods are packed with nutrients, fiber, and flavor, and they'll keep your blood sugar levels stable and your energy levels high. Also, don't forget about the importance of staying active. Regular physical activity can work wonders for your blood sugar control and overall health. Find an activity you enjoy and make it a part of your routine. And as always, make sure you're monitoring your blood sugar levels regularly and working closely with your healthcare provider to manage your diabetes effectively. And there you have it, 6 foods to avoid if you have diabetes. Thanks for watching. We hope this video has been informative. If you found it helpful, hit the like button. Please remember to comment, share, and subscribe for more. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.